At this point, I've taken a look at several different CAD audio microphones on the channel because they sent me a box full of microphones and headphones and things of that nature. But this box, the one I'm going to look at today, is actually the reason why they reached out to me, the thing they wanted me to take a look at most. And to be honest, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I will give it a shot. Today we're going to take a look at the CAD Audio Stage Select 1610 wireless microphone system. This should be fun. You can sort of see from all sides what's included in the package, but that's sort of a picture of all of it right there. So there's a big wireless receiver here, there's a transmitter body pack, then there's the lavalier microphone as well as the on-ear microphone. So this is going to go around the ear onto the face, and then what appears to be an XLR connection cable. It does mention over on this side there's a 2-year warranty, and the frequency is 542 to 566 megahertz. And I guess without any further ado, let's open it up and just check everything out. I have seen some other videos about this on YouTube, and the quality is actually pretty decent from my experience with it. So, inside of the box, foam out of the way, got an interesting little leatherette pouch here, which has the over-ear stage microphone in it. So this is going to be the one where you have a little cord hanging down from it. This goes around the ear, and this goes on the face. And inside of the package, there's a second microphone cover, as well as the cord that will run out to the transmitter. Of course, CAD Audio put in here a listing of a bunch of other products you can check out. There's a manual and a quick start guide in here. Gives you some instructions, some diagrams of the front and the back of the device, and even channelization with a bunch of different frequencies. Here's an included guitar cable. So this is not XLR on this end. And there's also the lavalier microphone in here. Wow, that has a big head on it. We'll see that in a minute. There's a bunch of what appear to be metal brackets and screws and everything down here. A very thick 1/4-inch cable. Generic K-Tech power adapter with the US plug on it. Clicks into place like that. And it says down here it does 15 volts at 0.8 amps. There's the transmitter. Has a little antenna on it. Clips onto your belt right here, and it appears to take 2 AA batteries, but there's nothing on here in terms of like controls or no LCD display or anything. There's a little gain knob down in here and an IR. Presumably this is to help pair it. And finally, the WX1610 receiver, or it says actually down here RX1600. So on the front, you've got 2 antennas. You've got a little channel indicator right there. Up and down pair button, an IR LED. On the back there's an unbalanced line in, there's a volume control, a balanced XLR, and then the power input. And just to double check myself there, these are both outputs, neither of them are inputs. Which means actually if I want to be able to use this with my camera, I'm gonna have to have either an XLR to 3.5mm, which I do have, or a 1/4-inch to 3.5mm, which I also have. Although I think for this I'll probably go ahead and go out to an external recorder so I don't have to worry about the camera getting in the way. And now there's a lot of setup process that needs to happen, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, cables acquired, other things plugged in, we might be ready. As you can see, the receiver has lit up, and it says to hold the down and pair button for 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and get this powered on though. I've got some batteries in here. See, the green light came on. So now in theory, if I hold the down button, it just flashed and says channel 99A. So hopefully this is paired. And I think at this point I've got everything set up. Let me just check this. Yeah, it's working. I had to do a bit of messing around to actually get it to work. Really came to the realization that there's a volume control on the back of the receiver, so I turned it up to halfway. Let me turn it up a little higher than halfway because the testing I did just a second ago was a little quiet. And hopefully if all is going well at this point, I've got the audio coming through my Tascam audio recorder. This is a weird, complicated setup. I'm not showing anything at this point, but I am wireless. I'm using the lavalier microphone I have attached to my chest here, and it is wirelessly transmitting to the receiver, which is not terribly far away, which is going from the XLR cable into my audio recorder. Hopefully this is working appropriately, and it does appear to be because it is showing audio on the recorder itself. So this is just a very quick sample of what it sounds like. I've got the audio on the receiver turned up just a little over halfway, so like 60%. And I've got the audio on the transmitter set to about 50%. And now I've moved over to using the over-ear on-the-face microphone. This is more of what you would expect to see on like a stage performance, and I am still completely wireless. I could walk across the room and use this if I wanted to, but this should give you a sort of a sample as to what this sounds like as compared to the lavalier I was using before. The one downside to something like this is you're probably going to hear a little bit more of the P and the T sound, the things that you would normally not have because your face is not right on top of the microphone with a lavalier or with an overhead mic. So things like pa, pa, ta, ta, those are probably going to really resonate with this, although I think you could probably move it away from your face a little bit if you really wanted to, but this is just giving you sort of a sample as to the other option in the pack. And I think at this point I'm going to stop. I'm going to go ahead and take some time and listen to the audio samples from both and see what I think about it, and then wrap this up. And after some quite extensive testing, going back and forth between this lavalier microphone and this on-face microphone, I think this one actually sounds a little bit better for me and for my voice. The on-face microphone was a little boomy and bassy for me. This is not that bad. The one downside to this so far is just that there's a little bit of background hiss. I'll stop for a second. And I'm recording into a recorder, so I'm not having any sort of issues with my camera here. It's all in the wireless transmission or something. It might be the channel that I'm on, it might be just the system, because I've noticed several of the CAD audio mics have a little bit of background hiss to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to where you can find this down in the video description. Right now I have the receiver set to about 50% and the pack set to about 75%. So that should give you an idea as to where I am with it. This is where I found it sounds best for me and for my voice. And if I remember correctly, the pricing on this is really competitive. There are just a couple of problems with it I see. One, the receiver box is big. It's not portable. Two, it's XLR based, so if you don't have the cables, you're going to be in trouble. And three, this little adapter on the end means it doesn't work with any 3.5mm based mics. I know that's probably by design, but I tend to have a lot of lavalier mics that are 3.5mm, so I can't use those with this, so that kind of stinks. So I'll put links to where you can find it down below if you're interested. Leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Let me know what you think about the sound quality. Subscribe to the channel to get more videos when they become available. I'll see you again next time.